Good morning, class. Today we are going to take up the lesson number 1 from the book Jeta Vistas. The name of the lesson is Third Level, written by Jack Jeta Finney. Today we will going to discuss the topic for today's discussion is we will talk about the author, then theme, and finally we will talk about the summary in Jeta details. Now about the author. Waller, Braden, Jack Finney. Jack is the nickname of the author. Was an American writer. He is best known for science fiction and thriller, including the body snatchers and time and again. The former was the basis for 1950 film Invasion of the Body Snatcher and its remake. He was born on 2nd October 1911 Milwaukee, Wisconsin in United States, and died in the year 14 November 1995 in Green Bay, California, United States. His movies are the Invasion on the Body Snatcher, Body Snatcher, the Invasion, and Assault on a Queen. He was also conferred with one of the prestigious award, the Lifetime Achievement Awards. The name of the award is World Fantasy Award. Now this is about the author. Now we must know on the background or the theme of the story. The theme is Charlie, a young American New York commuting, wandering with a Grand Central station by accident finds a gateway that leads to 1894. Seizing the opportunity, Charlie attempts to escape the rat race by buying a one-way ticket to his home, to his childhood town, Galesbury, Illinois. Or Illinois, not having the proper currency for the period, he has forced to postpone his plans for to escape to the world. Both Charlie's wife Lucia and his friend psychiatrist friend whose name is Sam Venier that are worried he is losing the grip over reality, unable to rediscover the mysterious proof the mysteries of third level at Grand Central Station. Charlie searches for proof of his experience. His proof had eventually comes from a very unexpected way sources. This story is one of the best example of a concise, entertaining story about time travel. Finney manages not only to capture the reader's imagination but also provides a clear example of time travel that does not confuse the readers. Now confuse the reader. Now we have gone through about the author and about the theme. Now the summary in details. Summary in details. Charlie the narrator Charlie once claimed that he had been to Grand Central Station The railway authority swear that there are only two levels. Confused by this, he consulted his psychiatrist friend San Vanilla and letting him know about the third level at the Grand Central station. He tells that is a waking dreams wish fulfillment, and listening this Charlie becomes very unhappy. His wife has become almost mad. Now the modern world is not secure. When you see the modern world is very insecure, fear, war and worries, and he has got not enough courage to face this situation, and he want to escape from that. His friend also thinks so, and call him an escapist, and his stand collecting hobby habit is refuse a temporary refuse to escape from the reality. Now Charlie just turns yes on the third. Okay, just hold on. First, Charlie is in hurry. Charlie is in hurry to go to his apartments. He takes the subway at Grand Central Station because it is the faster than the bus. He had been to this place hundred of times. So he very smartly goes down step and the first level, then he walks again to the second level, and this level at this level the suburban trains leave from. Now finally he reaches come across an arc doorway heading towards the suburbs, and then he lost. The Grand Central station is very easy for people to escape from. ठीक है, चार्ली इस उसके बाद the Grand Central, it's now he has given the clear cut conception of the Grand Station, Grand Central station. Beautiful description. Now the Grand Central is growing like a tree. Now here it is the author has been used the literary device that is known as Jatasimhi. He is comparing this station, this staircase and apartments with tree and its roots. Charlie is growing. This Grand Central is growing like a tree. It is pushing out new corridors and staircase like a route. And once he got into a tunnel about a mile in almost and came up to the lobby of the Hotel Roosevelt, and another time he came up to on a used office building on the 46th Street, 40C Street, and this is and Charlie Grand Central has been an exit, a way to escape from the reality. It is that long tunnels. It also possible that the long tunnel provided Charlie to escape from the reality. Now on the third level, now the description of the third level, on the third level Charlie finds only a few ticket windows, and and he also sees the information that the bureau is at the center of this. This is an old looking building, and it was made of wood, and make of wood. The people made of wood, and he also sees the flickering of open flames gaslight. He saw the brass spitons just on the floor. The people wear derby hats and four button suits, and he has never come across in his life when he sees beard, side burns, and big and fancy mustaches in his life. That gives him he was so being fascinated by seeing this scenario, this scene. Now he also have a glimpse of a small courier and IV locomotive. Then he walks over to a book shop and purchase a book, purchase a copy of the book titled The World. The World has not been published for years, but the book that he has purchased, it is printed on June 11, 1894. Now Charlie turns his side, turns and the things. Charlie turns turns to the ticket window and asks two tickets for two tickets for Jailsbury, Illinois. The ticket clerk just checked the fares, figures the fare, and he take out the money and look up. The clerk says to him, "Aren't this money, mister?" He was perplexed and also warned him, "Do not cheat him." Charlie was very frustrated. He happens to see the cash drawer where he saw the old currency note that is very different to the money which has produced to the ticket clerk. Now he turns away and gets out fast. He was so scared. There is nothing like going to jail even in the year 1894. Next day he draws $300 from his bank and buy 200 old currency, $200 old currency note. Now 200 currency note, and he never again finds the gateway to the third level at Grand Central Station. He has tried often enough, but miserably failed. Lucia, his wife, is pretty worried about when Charlie tells her about his story, and she does not like that his husband will try the third level again. Now the story is shifted and given new turn. Now both wife and husband prove that the third level is still exists, and his friend Sam suddenly disappears. Nobody knows where he is, but Charlie is sure that he must be in Salisbury. Suspect him in the sales in the jails Bury, because he often told him about that place and the school, etc., and that Sam liked that place. Now the story has took a turn. The night that finds among his oldest first time covers is a rare envelope he had never seen before, and it had been mailed to his grandfather at his home Jalesbury, in Jalesbury. The post mark showed July 18, 1894. Underline this, July 18, 1894. Had never seen that envelope before. He cannot understand from where these letters come here, and he takes it out and open it. The letter was addressed to Charlie by his friend Sam, and it was written that Charlie was right. That about the third level, and and Sam was in Jalesbury. He liked that place. It was a very romantic place. Some people are playing with piano, and someone is singing. The scene Neele home, very famous song of that time, and others. But yes, it was written that Charlie and his wife Lucia should keep looking at for the third level again, until they will not found again. The letter was signed by Sam. He turns the Charlie goes to the stamp and coin storage, and found that Sam had bought 800 old dollars in old currency to feed and grain the business that he had in mind. But right now he don't want to continue his business, or rather he don't want to go to Jalesbury, nor he want to go to Jalesbury for remembrance of 1894. Sam was no one else but his secretary's friend, Sam Beneder. This is all about the summary in details. I hope you understood, you listened it very carefully, and understood the story, what the story is about. Thank you very much.